This one also has the fish skin used. It also, I could tell, has some bearded skin that's been used because of the white color and the thickness of the leather that's been here. This person had exceptional skill in sewing. You can see some of these stitches are very tiny. It takes a lot of work to be able to put a consistent row of small stitches when you're working with these skins. This skin is very dense, and so it takes a lot of effort to get the needle to go through. In the olden days, they would use slivers of bone or ivory to make the needles. And so they were, it was very important to work with this, the person who was making this, because the needles are fragile, and we would have to use a poke made out of a stone or some of the other different resources like the amber and different things like that, because you could use a stone to tap through, to puncture through. If you tried to puncture through the bearded skin without a sharp instrument nowadays with the metal knives or those things, you would break the needle. So it would have to have punctures to make the stitches, and then they would sew this. It also has caribou that's been softened in the summertime. I could tell it's been a summer skin because it's not as thick as some of our winter skins. And so this was probably a spring to summer skin that was harvested, and then the fur was removed, and then it was put into use. This was probably a hunting bag and to receive, like when they went out fishing, they would keep their fish gear in here, but afterwards they might carry the actual fish back in this bag. And so it would serve both purposes. This skin was used tremendously. You can see where repairs have been put in, where activities had worn it thin and it might have caught on a bush or that kind of stuff. And so repairs had to be done. The person who did this has some excellent skill, and the way that it was made, and that it was done in a decorative pattern with putting on the colors. Circles and swirls often had religious connections, spiritual connections, and it was associated with leaders or people who were shamans. So, but because of the extensive use of this, I believe it was either a leader or a strong hunter for that community, because how much it was used. The shaman would require a lot of engagement with the community. It may not have that time to do the continued subsistence activities to harvest and hunt. So that's why I think it may have been a leader that had utilized this one. And ask questions as we're going, don't hesitate, because once I start, I just go.